Stop saying cock!
It's not going well.
So you heard about these locavores, right?
Oh, locust eaters.
No,
Type of
locavores.
dinosaur, isn't it?
It's the locally sourced food miles thing. There's an experiment a bit closer to home.
Oh, right. Where's that then?
The Fife Diet.
Fife?
The Fife Diet.
Fife's a howling wasteland.
Full of Neds.
Oh, there's a menu here. Monday, breakfast, porridge.
Monday to lunch, porridge.
Leek and potato soup,
Nice.
Well,
parsnip soup, carrot soup.
I'm all seeing a theme here. What you're saying, Paul, is, hey, I've found some loons on the internet.
Yeah, they do seem to have actually been doing this for quite a while. It looks like it's possible to actually live on this.
So you do it for a week then?
What, the Fife Diet?
Yeah.
For a week?
Yeah.
No.
Fife, just north of Edinburgh. Chief imports Buckfast and deep-fried Mars bars. Chief exports stab wounds and accountants. It's also the home of the Fife Diet. Creator Mike Small claims that eating as much food as possible from Fife will help save the planet by cutting down carbon emissions from food transport. Presumably only if you live near Fife when you're doing it, although he doesn't actually mention that on his website. A noble goal. Mike challenges his blog readers to go for 100% Fife-sourced for a year. Hugh and Alex wondered if they could manage 100% for a week. Well, good luck to them. There was no way I was considering living off Fife's hideous outgrowths for a week. Except it turns out, I'm one of the presenters of a cookery show. 9 a.m. Friday morning, Edinburgh Station. Bugger.
Here we are in Fife. It's the first thing in the morning, and it's biscuit day.
Yes, it is. I'm guessing, has anyone actually been to this place?
I've never been to Fife. I've been through Fife on my way to
More interesting places.
interesting places.
We'd agreed that we'd all do the Fife Diet for 1 week, as the idea of forcing just Paul to do it made us fear for his sanity and our kneecaps. What we bought today would have to feed us for a week, so in order to avoid starvation, scurvy, or entertaining bowel disorders, we needed to come up with a plan. Fife dieters had mentioned that they ate bread, so we figured that must be locally grown, and stopped in on a local baker to get directions.
Most bread making flour is grown in North America, right? And it comes from North America or Canada, and it's milled in Fife.
Right. So it basically is the case that if you cannot really get wheat else that hasn't been grown in North America.
For making bread, yes.
Oh shit.
Because the weather, right? The temperate climate is like the climate we have in the North American South, where they have a very cold winter and very hot summer, which is ideal for making bread in the traditional bread making process.
So what should we buy? We need to last a week eating only things from Fife.
Well, the things that you actually should buy are oat cakes.
Right.
Because they're made in Fife, it's grown in Fife, it's produced in Fife, it can be eaten in Fife, it's bang good for you.
We bought all the oatcakes we could, but went wild about an oat-driven future. We needed more starch. Fortunately, we knew there was one thing that Fife did grow, and that's root vegetables. The Fife Diet's recommended farms are all a bit out of town, so we assumed that Fife public transport must be fast and convenient.
Falkland, right. Right, how long are we talking? It's 11:10 now.
It is, 12:58.
12:58.
It's every 2 hours, and it's just gone. Plan B.
Oh, mate.
Yes, that is.
The farm, Pillars of Hercules, turned out to be over 20 miles away, so our Fife Diet was now about as carbon efficient as a Toyota Prius towing Battersea Power Station. On the upside, Fife was turning out to be remarkably pretty, and so far no one had stabbed us. On the downside, our taxi driver's impromptu lecture on Fife farming told us that all dairy in the county was bought by a non-county firm. Still, we were at the Pillars of Hercules now. Provided we could load up on filling veg, we'd be fine. Oh, marvellous. Oh no, France. Garlic from France.
Ginger, China, Mexico.
We travelled to the Pillars of Hercules because it's one of the few suppliers that the Fife Diet mentions on their website. Unfortunately, while it did have lots of lovely looking organic food, virtually none of it was from Fife. Okay, so we've just been given a quick tour of this place, and it turns out that the potatoes are from Inverness, the cheese is from Inverness, the carrots are from somewhere that isn't Fife. Basically, we are extremely limited on our vegetables. We are able to eat kale, pak choy, cabbage, and that's pretty much it. Managed to buy some green vegetables and a few eggs, but nothing else. The Fife buses were still about as much use as a lace condom, so faced with imminent starvation, we went for a cup of tea and an emergency confab.
Well, we have a problem.
Yes, we do.
You cannot, it would appear, get potatoes.
So we can try to Jameson, is that?
James Field.
James Field,
yeah.
Which is like 20 minutes taxi ride away.
Which is a meat farm.
Yeah, and they're saying they don't have potatoes at the moment.
It's potatoes are just out of season, but we are... Now what the hell did medieval people do at a time like this? We had one other option. One of our taxi drivers had mentioned a farm called Muddy Boots, but it wasn't on the Fife Diet website, so we really didn't know if it would be any use. But we jumped in a taxi anyway, because otherwise we'd all be getting a lot thinner. Oh, we've got goats! We've got goats coming right for us! Right, okay.
Potatoes, parsnips, sweet
Guys, we've got potatoes!
We've got potatoes!
Fantastic!
carrots, leeks, and sprouts.
It was fresh, it looked fantastic, and most importantly it was grown in Fife, not Indonesia. It wasn't organic, but given the choice between risking a few pesticides and risking starvation, we chose door number 1. The fact that the entire thing cost less than a double-fat, no-cream, decaf, I'm a pretentious twat latte in Edinburgh didn't really hurt matters either. Festooned with boxes and bags of vegetables, we were about the most popular people ever on the super crowded Friday night train to Edinburgh. But we still had more to get. Meat from the farmer's market.
It should be pointed out that the farmers' market is in Edinburgh, which is
well, yes, as what one can see, in fact.
However, you can get meat from Fife here.
You'd think. Is it from Fife?
It's not from Fife.
Damn.
Is it? So, but not actually in
Not in
Fife.
centre of Fife, no. It's Black Mansion is just next to it.
Damn.
No problem.
See ya.
Kirk Newton is in West London.
Damn. Are you guys from... Well, is this food from Fife?
No, Border.
Border County foods, not even worth trying. Hello.
Hello there.
Puddled up bacon. Now, are you from Fife? Please say yes.
Yes, we're from Fife and Octortail.
Brilliant.
Did it say Fife?
And I'm going to live.
Seeing as it was basically the only Fife meat shop there, we bought about half a pig each, plus a little bit of very expensive venison, and some bouvrage, apparently a Fife raspberry drink. And then it was time to face the week ahead. No dairy, no bread, very little alcohol, and a hell of a lot of potatoes. How hard could it be?
You've been waiting ages to say that. Actually, I'm starting to kind of warm to the high quality of everything. And
Just because we are living with a diet that's the same as we had in medieval times doesn't mean we need to use medieval cooking methods.
I'm not entirely sure I can finish the week like this.